Hello and welcome to the One Man Renegade Productions YouTube channel. I'm your host, Theon Greg B, and today is Saturday, and we're hours away from Survivor Series happening tonight. War Games, as it is, from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, coming your way. I believe it starts at 6, which I don't know what they keep on moving the pay-per-views earlier and earlier these days, which I'm not necessarily against. It's just I don't really understand why all the time. I remember last time they did it was, well, a lot of the pay-per-views this year honestly have been in different countries. I mean, not that Canada isn't a different country, but different time zones, I guess, and not the regular, you know, American time zones or whatever. So a lot of them have been on earlier in the days, anyways. But maybe that's part of it. They're like, well, if we're doing all these pay-per-views earlier in the day for a lot of the international audiences, anyways, let's have them on earlier in the United States, so then when those people that were watching in Europe or wherever, um, had the earlier, it's not as late for them. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's strategy. Maybe they just don't want to run into going up against college football games or UFC fight. I mean, I know one of them was because of the UFC fight that they did a while back, where it was like whatever. Anyways, point is, Survivor Series is tonight. I think the pre-show starts at 4 Eastern time, and the the pre-show starts at 4, and then the actual pay-per-view starts at 6, or PLE, I should say. Excuse me. Which is 3 hours behind in Vancouver, so it's even earlier. It's like an afternoon thing over there. But hey, anyways, yeah. So we're gonna open up this box of 2020. What year is it? 2023 Donruss Elite WWE cards, and kind of discuss what the matches are and what might happen at the PLE. If you missed any previous wrestling related stuff, head on up there. There's a big old playlist. It's pretty massive. So if you're looking for something specific, certain product, year, brand, um, company, whatever, might be easier to go search channel page. And while you're over there watching this video, might as well hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, thumbs up like this video, hit that share button, share this with everyone you know. Heading down in the comments, tell me who you think's going to win all the matches tonight, or what you're looking forward to mostly, to which match you're looking forward to the most, or whatever else you want to say. Just say hi. And then check out links and scripts for all my other internet stuff: eBay, Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, Bluesky, my podcast I don't do anymore. All that stuff's in there. I barely ever change it, I feel like, but nothing changes, so it's all there. So go check it out. All right, so let's get into it. We got Seth freaking Rollins on the top of the box here. Now, he's not scheduled to be involved in anything tonight because he didn't want to be on the original Bloodlines team, even though Bronson Reed's on the other team. So it probably would have made sense, since they've been feuding for the last 5 months at this point, or whatever it's been. So I don't quite get that, but given that CM Punk filled that spot, there could be something there between Seth and Punk, which obviously kind of began last year when CM Punk came back. I mean, it sort of began before that with stuff on the internet, but in reality, in terms of on TV stuff, obviously CM Punk returned a year ago. So there we go. We got Gunther, who will be defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Damian Priest, of course, who he beat for it back at SummerSlam. So this is at least, I think it's the second time he's gotten a rematch, maybe. I don't know. Asuka, who is currently out injured, unfortunately, but two of her former stablemates will be involved one of her, let me rephrase that. One of her former stablemates and one of her current stablemates will be involved, which I feel like they haven't really talked about that enough. Although, let me rephrase this, because I'm recording this before SmackDown airs. However, it was taped last week, and I didn't know that, and I saw some spoilers, but I don't know everything that happened. But I do know that Bayley was added to the team. But it's kind of weird because Io Sky is on the team, but they're playing up the tension between Bayley and Bianca. But it's like, wait, Io Sky was a part of all that stuff that Bayley was. Anyways, regardless, Carmelo Hayes, who actually took on Cody Rhodes SmackDown last night. Again, I don't know what happened in that match, so no spoiler there. Yeah. And then, all right, so let's get into it. I've been babbling enough. There's 6 packs, 4 cards per pack. Hopefully we'll find some cool stuff. That's where we could potentially get here. Not a ton of stuff, but some stuff. Looking for the Blaster exclusive Explosion and Swirl parallels. 6 inserts or parallels per box. So let's get into it, and then I'll give him little predictions and stuff. All right, let's get into it. All right. Yeah, these go this way. All right, there's one of our first inserts or parallels, I guess. Number 275, we got Sherry Martel, or Sensational Sherry, or Queen Sherry, or whatever, or Sister Sherry as well, whatever you want to call her. Or I think, what was it? They also, before she became Sister Sherry in WCW, they called her something else. I forget. Then we got Tyler Bate, who's out injured, currently out injured. Bronson Reed, who, of course, will be on the new Bloodline team. And then Maxine Dupree, technically that's a rookie card. Of course, she's part of American Alpha with Tozawa and Otis right now. They beat the New Day on Raw, which there seems to be some tension in the New Day. We got Elite Deck Edge. Wait, when did these cards come out? Oh, this is 2023. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I was like, what? Wouldn't he have been in AEW at this point? But I guess not. Speaking of AEW, Bobby Lashley, Almighty Bobby Lashley, made his debut a couple weeks ago, but then made his pay-per-view debut last week at Full Gear. JD McDonough, currently tag champions with Finn Balor. They successfully defended on Monday. And then Butch, who's now Pete Dunne, although R-Truth keeps calling him Butch, is kind of feuding with R-Truth, I guess. Sort of, kind of. All right. Next pack. Wait, what? We got another Butch? What's going on? Speaking of New Day that I mentioned earlier, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston got in a big shouting match. Of course, they're going to have their anniversary coming up next week, the 10-year anniversary. I gotta imagine Big E shows up and something happens. I don't know if they officially split or Big E gels them back together or what. It was kind of interesting though, because they're yelling at each other. They're yelling at each other like backstage, and then Kofi like walks away and is like, "I'll see you next week at the reunion." And Woods is like, "You mean anniversary?" And it was like, "Wait, reunion, anniversary? It's supposed to be an anniversary, but I guess if Big E's going to be there, it will be a reunion." So maybe Kofi gave something away he wasn't supposed to be there. I don't know. We got the Almighty Bobby Lashley, and this is going to be the same cards we just got. That's weird. Okay, Panini, thanks. All right. Going on these. I don't like how they do these packs. We got Spellbound with Brock Lesnar. I don't know if we'll ever see Brock Lesnar back in WWE. Obviously, his name. I still am confused by the whole thing, but obviously he was brought up in the lawsuit with Vince McMahon. So, erring on the side of caution, I guess they haven't brought him in. Although Xavier Woods did bring up his name on Monday, yelling at Kofi how he lost to him in 10 seconds or whatever it was. So, I don't know. Randy Orton currently out injured after taking a pile driver from Kevin Owens. Braun Strowman was out injured, but then he returned at like a house show. But he hasn't been on TV, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with him. And Kiana James, she's out injured right now. Yeah. All right, we got 2 more packs to go. We're going to get the same pack again, aren't we? Omos, I don't know what's going on with Omos. I can't remember the last time he was on TV. Was he in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal last year, or earlier this year before WrestleMania maybe? Obviously MVP's on to AEW, so I really don't know what's going on with him. And then Randy Orton, Braun Strowman, Kiana James. I don't know why they're repeat packs. It's kind of annoying. That's our last pack. Let's see. Then we'll talk about the matches. Sami Zayn, okay, that'll be a good segue. Stars status, Bray Wyatt, unfortunately, we all know happened with Bray Wyatt. He passed away last year. Then we got Solo Sikoa. Well, Finn Balor doesn't really fit in this, but Solo Sikoa and Sami Zayn will be on opposite sides of the men's War Game match tonight. So I guess we'll just start off with that. We'll talk about that since I brought up. We got Roman Reigns, the Usos, Sami Zayn, and CM Punk. The original Bloodline team, I guess you want to call them. Obviously, CM Punk was never in the original Bloodline, but all the other guys were. Along with Paul Heyman, who has returned and brought in CM Punk to the fold and to the team. Obviously, before Solo joined, that was the Bloodline, sans CM Punk. And of course, Solo's team consisting of Tama Tonga Tongaloa, Jacob Fatu, and Bronson Reed. Now, I believe it's Jey Usos fought Jacob Fatu, which would have been last night, although I recorded it the week before. I'm recording this before that airs, after it happened, although I don't know what happened in that match. So I don't know. I'm assuming the new Bloodline's going to get the advantage because I don't think there's ever been a men's War Game match. And correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I don't think there's ever been a men's War Game match. Wait, maybe last year? No. Maybe. I can't remember. Where the face team had the advantage. Now, it happened in the women's, I feel like, last year, and it's going to happen again this year. And maybe I'm just misremembering, but I can't remember. Maybe last year it did. Actually, let me look it up real quick. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. It doesn't say. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I can't remember a men's one. I think the women's one did. Last year maybe, but where the face team had the I just closed everything. The face team had the advantage. It just doesn't really make sense. Doesn't work. It's tradition. I don't know. But anyways, so and Bronson Reed, I don't know if I said Bronson Reed as part of the team as well. Now, Bronson Reed, I don't think is technically in the Bloodline, the new Bloodline. And again, it only really made sense for him to join the team if Seth Rollins had joined. So I'm a little confused by the whole thing. But with CM Punk now on the team, I kind of feel like the old Bloodline is going to win with CM Punk. I just don't feel like they're going to bring CM Punk back into the fold here to have them lose unless there's tension between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Now, on SmackDown last night, they were supposed to have a chat. So I don't know. Again, I haven't watched it yet. So maybe that was going to tease something that might happen. There could be issues with Paul Heyman. I don't know, but I think I'm gonna pick the new Bloodline. No, sorry, the old Bloodline to beat the new Bloodline. All right, other matches. We got Gunther, who was on the box. We talked about him briefly. Going to be defending that against Damian Priest. I mean, I don't see Gunther losing, and not the Priest. No offense to Priest, but he's who he beat for it. I just don't see them going back to Priest right now. I don't know exactly where they're gonna go with Gunther. Potentially CM Punk, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see where that all goes. But speaking of Gunther, his partner in Imperium, which is now just down to him and Ludwig Kaiser, because Giovanni Vinci got kicked out. Who was it? Alexander Wolf was the other guy originally but he's been gone for a while. But they kicked out Giovanni Vinci, and then he sort of came back on SmackDown and immediately lost to Apollo Crews twice, I think, and then I haven't seen him since. So I don't know what's going on with them. But regardless, he will be challenging Braun Breaker along with Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship in a triple threat. Of course, Braun Breaker was defending against Sheamus. Then Luke Kaiser interfered. And he was defending against Luke Kaiser. Sheamus interfered, and they all started brawling. And eventually, it led to them making a triple threat. So I don't see Braun Breaker losing. So I think Braun Breaker's gonna retain. I don't know. They had him lose it to Jey Uso and just to have him win it back. So I don't see him losing it quite yet. Unless they're maybe moving him to fight Gunther. Because there was that interaction they briefly had at one point, and then and everyone kind of thought, oh, Braun Breaker's going to be turning good, and then he attacked Jey Uso, and I was like, oh, no, I guess not. And I don't know, it's been kind of awkward since then, but obviously, if, say, Ludwig Kaiser beats Braun Breaker, I could see that potentially setting up something, or at least wins the title, and you wouldn't have to beat him in this scenario. You could beat Sheamus. Of course, Sheamus has never won the Intercontinental title, so there's that possible scenario too, where he finally gets that last title he's been after. But I think I got to go with the Braun Breaker. And then we got LA Knight defending the U.S. title against Shinsuke Nakamura, who just recently returned and attacked LA Knight, as LA Knight's been kind of feuding with Legado del Fantasma. But Shinsuke keeps getting involved, so now they're going to have a match. I kind of think Shinsuke might win just to shake things up a little bit, because I don't know. There's three title matches on this, and I don't see Braun or Gunther losing. So just have a title change. Again, Braun could lose, and then LA Knight win here, but I don't know. I just feel like give Shinsuke something, and maybe, make this LA Knight chase after. I don't know. I just kind of think Shinsuke might win. And then we have the women's War Game match. We got Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Io Sky, and Bayley, who is taking Jade Cargill's place, who got attacked last week, although I guess she's actually really injured. Taking on the Judgment Days, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, along with Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. This one's a tough one, just because I feel like if the OG Bloodline is going to win, I feel like the heels have to win in this. And there's that Bianca Belair tension with Bayley. There's got to be Io Sky tension with Bayley, even though I kind of feel like they haven't really mentioned it. And why wouldn't there be Bianca Belair tension with Io Sky? And then Naomi's kind of in the middle, and then Rhea just wants to get after Liv Morgan. So I feel like you don't really have to worry about that part of it. I think Rhea and Liv, I think Liv's just gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't think they're gonna solve that yet. I think that's gonna extend out. I think the heel team's gonna win. I'm just gonna say the heel team's gonna win. There is also that little Tiffany Stratton part. She does have the briefcase. Could she cash in during the match on Liv Morgan or Nia Jax? I don't see it happening. I'm not quite sure how it would even work. But it's an interesting little thing to throw in there. But ultimately, I do think that the heel team is going to win that match. So, and then, obviously, the other question, will Tiffany cash in? I guess she cash in after the match is over, too. It's also a possibility. I don't think so. I just don't feel like how it would pan out. And then the other question I didn't bring up during the men's War Game match, will The Rock show up? Because the last time we saw The Rock, he showed up at the end of Bad Blood. He pointed at Jey Uso. No, who did he point at? It was Roman Reigns. Yeah, pointed at Roman, Jey, and Cody. Counted to 3, then did like the throat slit thing, and then walked off, and then that was it. And I was like, okay, what did that mean? I feel like they got to follow up with that. I mean, this match would make perfect sense for them to follow up with. But also, at the same time, Cody's not in this. It is interesting to have a PLE, especially, one of the big ones. Survivor Series without Cody. I mean, I know they're setting him up. He's going to defend against Kevin Owens at Saturday Night's Main Event coming up in a couple weeks. But it's kind of weird not having him here. Although I wonder if he shows up and does something in The Rock. I don't know. Who knows? Speculation abound. Who knows what's going to happen? The only way to find out is to watch it. So, yeah. So, hopefully, it's good. Only 5 matches. I don't see them adding anymore. They have been sticking pretty much the 5-match thing for the most part. Especially when they have the longer, more games matches. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. So, yeah, coming up, enjoy Survivor Series a little bit later on. I mean, overall, whatever. It's kind of whatever box, I guess. I don't know. And next week we'll do NXT. Got NXT Deadline coming up next Saturday, so we'll have another wrestling-related video for that. And yeah, so yeah, enjoy the PLE. Thank you everyone for watching. Come back next week for NXT. Come back every day. Got videos posted every day, sometimes multiple days. Just hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications. Get a notification every time videos up and ready to watch. Come over to watch it, like it, share, comment, all that fun stuff. Keyword this fun. Just having fun here, getting you ready for Survivor Series. So thank you everyone for watching. Stay safe, have fun, enjoy Survivor Series. Talk to you next time. Bye.